So I watched Sakamoto Days and it was great. The animation was good, the action was good, the characters were good, the story was okay. I really lost the track of time, but as you guys probably know, this anime didn't really get the hype that it deserved. I mean, the manga was really good. Before the anime came out, I was one of those who actually read the manga, and the manga was very okay in my opinion. I guess I read the first like 20 or 30 chapters. I didn't read much, but I was really looking forward to Sakamoto Days, and the anime was not a disappointment actually, but there are some flaws. So first, I'm gonna talk about why it was good. Of course, without spoilers. Like, Sakamoto Days is a comedy action anime. It's an anime that really makes you forget the time and look forward to watch the next episode. Like, the story starts really fast. Right at the first episode, we learn about this ex-hitman Taro Sakamoto, who was a legendary hitman, and I mean literally legendary. Like, the guy is too fast and too strong. He can even catch bullets. But one day this guy fell in love and decided to build a family and leave the organization. And he opened up a convenience store. And he also turns to this fatty. So basically he becomes a normal average guy with a beautiful loving wife and a cute daughter. But of course his past life does not leave him alone. And he tries to defend his family and some interesting things happen. And it goes so on. It's definitely not a serious anime. So if you want to kill some time, this is a great anime to watch. And I especially like those side characters. For example, Shin is a very nice side character. At the beginning we don't know much about him, but then we learn his backstory. And also this girl Lu is a very nice side character. And Lu extremely resembles Kagura from Gintama. She is very strong and very funny. And there are also other very good and capable assassins. I mean hitmen like Sakamoto. Some of them are Sakamoto's friend because either they were working together back in the days or they were like friends and stuff. But there are also very strong and cool bad hitmen who are coming after Sakamoto. So I'm sure everyone can enjoy this anime and I recommend it to everyone. Alright, glazing time is finished. Some people like me had high expectations for this anime, but this anime did not get hyped. First of all, in my opinion, it was a bad idea to release Sakamoto Days at the same time like Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling had a great hype and it really broke the internet. Currently, it's the most popular anime and Sakamoto Days stays in the shadow of it. The whole internet is always talking about Solo Leveling and stuff, and Sakamoto Days really couldn't keep up with this. But of course, that's not the only reason. There are some other reasons, and I think the most important one is this anime is definitely not a serious anime. There is not a serious story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the world does not change, if you know what I mean. Every episode, some things happen, and after the episode, everything turns back into normal. There is not a big story going on, or at least it looks like that now. And I think that's why Sakamoto Days flopped. Because guys, I really thought this anime was gonna be a second One Punch Man, or at least like Spy X Family level. But if you look at those animes, yes, they are very funny, and yes, they don't take lots of things seriously, but in both of these animes, there is a serious story going on. For example, in Spy X Family, there are two countries who spy on each other, and Lloyd and Yor are actually spies. They are actually a part of a big thing, and it's funny that they come together and build a family and try to live some daily lives and stuff. This switch between very serious and not so serious makes the anime very appealing. On the other hand, in One Punch Man, there are always big dangers for the world, and like the hype you get in One Punch Man, you cannot get this hype in any other anime. But if you look at Sakamoto Days, it's just an ex-hitman trying to save his family. There is not a big story, and almost every episode is somewhat same. They always use the same script. There are some hitmen who want to kill Sakamoto, they come after Sakamoto, some crazy things happen, Sakamoto beat them, and they either turn good and join Sakamoto's shop, or they turn good and leave Sakamoto alone. Like, dude, Shin joins them, then this girl joins them, then this clown guy joins them. I mean, he doesn't join them, but he actually turns good and becomes a friend and stops following them. Then this sniper guy tries to kill Sakamoto, and then he also turns to be a good guy and joins Sakamoto. And then this guy comes out who wants to take Lou back to his family or something, so they fight him by gambling, and then he also turns out to be a good guy, and he also joins Sakamoto. Dude, like, why does Sakamoto have to give everyone a job? And I also don't understand the motivation behind it. Like, why did Shin join Sakamoto? He was a good hitman, he was a well-respected guy, he could earn a lot of money, he has psychic powers. Like, why does he waste it at Sakamoto's place? Okay, he was saved by Sakamoto, okay, he ate some good food, but in my opinion, these reasons are not enough to join Sakamoto and leave the hitman life. We need to know more about Shin's motivation, and we also need to know more about Sakamoto. I mean, the anime feels like Sakamoto is not the real main character. It feels more like Shin is actually the main character, because Sakamoto, I don't know, his character is like not there. Okay, he is a very cool hitman, I get it, but when he's fat, he's still like trying to act very cool and stuff. But I don't know, like in my opinion, being fat and being cool don't align together. By the way, don't get me wrong, I'm not fatphobic. In fact, I'm a fat person, and I feel like fat people like me are more like joyful people. I don't know. I would like it much more when the fat Sakamoto would be more like talkative and a more funny guy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would really like it if his personality would also have changed like somehow, because this way he gives really distant vibes. He's not much talking, he just seems like a too passive main character in my opinion. Watching Sakamoto fight and losing weight is very cool, yes, but like other than those fights, Sakamoto does nothing. He's just eating and chilling. Like I don't know, we have to see more character in my opinion. We have to see more emotions, more motivations in my opinion. And I also have a complaint about the enemies. Like we don't exactly know much about those villains. We once saw this hitman organization and it really gave me Akatsuki vibes. I was really hyped up, but after that theme park episode, they just somehow disappeared. And also there was these bad guys, the organization, but for some reason Nagumo decided to kill them all. Like there is a lack of villains, you know what I'm saying? We need to see a bad guy. There must be a cool, cold-blooded bad guy. In these latest episodes we saw this reindeer. I guess he will be the bad guy, but I'm not sure. And some chapters were also skipped to make the pacing better and partly to reduce the workload on animators. I guess they want to introduce the order earlier. And also one interesting thing is the Sakamoto Days director had talked about how hard it is to make the animation, but I gotta give them credit, they really made a good job. The animations are nearly perfect. I don't know how I should feel about the skipped chapters. Maybe it was a good decision, because on top of all of those things that lack, if we also add bad pacing, it would be definitely a disaster for Sakamoto Days. So I'm very sad that Sakamoto Days did not get much hyped up, but these are the reasons in my opinion. As of right now, Sakamoto Days seems to be like a fake John Wick, and it flopped too much. Like I had high expectations from the manga. I mean, give it definitely a try. It's very action-packed and the fights are actually very intense. Of course, some people criticize Sakamoto Days for not having crazy animations, but dude, this is not a fantasy anime. This is just a regular, normal, cool action anime, and like the animations are pretty much okay. It was supposed to be another hit, but things didn't work out. So let's talk about what's going to be next. I think in the next seasons they need to have some big changes. First of all, I think we really need a personality change for Sakamoto. He just shouldn't be always this cool, calm guy, you know what I'm saying? He basically needs to have a personality. And I think the episodes, they should really connect somehow. So maybe the first season was not that serious, but they need to make it more serious in the next seasons. It is very funny, but as of right now, it's just a little bit below average. Or maybe even exactly average, I don't know. If you're gonna watch it, like, don't take the story seriously, just try to have fun and spend some nice time together with someone else or with yourself, I don't care. So that's it for Sakamoto today. Also in these next days, I'm also planning to make a video about April 2025 animes. So guys, just don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.